Hey everybody, welcome to the Geek Reloading podcast. I am Adam, and as always, this is my co-host Josh.
Hello.
And we did a best sidekicks episode, right, man? And that was fun. We enjoyed that.
That was a lot of fun, but I think this is going to be more fun.
Okay, before we get into this, I had some people message me about the best sidekicks episode. Yeah, and they were not cool with a few of them. First of all, they said that Daxter from Jack and Dexter, like that was on our list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were like, he doesn't do anything. I'm like, well, first off, he's the comedy and he's also the voice of Jack, like for both of them in the first one, right? But they were like, well, Ratchet and Clank, at least Ratchet is like, he turns into functional items.
We talked about this, but
I know, they were really mad about it though.
Neither of us really got into Ratchet and Clank, so
yeah,
sorry.
And so it was just the luck of the draw. You know, I didn't even argue him. Like, you know, yeah, he's totally functional, but also he's boring as shit. That being said, they had good points, but you know, since we didn't have something to go off of, we didn't have experience with it. I feel like it's still valid. I think it's still fair.
Oh, granted, I brought it up, but neither of us have played it, so. Really, that's true. When it comes down to it, sorry guys, we need. Yeah. If you want to be on our podcast, come chat with us, and we can add into that stuff.
Yeah, we're just two bros. It's not that really in depth.
Specific likes.
You can't say.
I can't say it. It's
been a long day for Josh. He's barely got off work, and I made his ass record. So, also our first giveaway is live. That's crazy.
Yeah. Adam did amazing work to get that up.
We're giving away a video game on our Instagram page, and so far only one person has entered properly, and so they are going to win that if someone else doesn't actually enter properly.
If you don't want that one person to get it, or if you want a 50-50 shot, be the second person.
Yeah, like so far the odds are really in your favor. I'm just saying. Like, but hey, you know what? Whatever. We have a bunch of stuff to give away. Some stuff is just really fun. Like, I mean, this was a cool game, and I've loved it. But I had an extra code, so I'm going to give it away. So, you don't need it. I don't know. We're going to give it away.
You just need to tell them what game it is.
Oh, yeah. So we are giving away Sea of Thieves on Xbox One and Windows 10. It is a digital code good for the North American and I believe US only. No, it's North American Xbox online store. So you get the full game. It's a digital download and we are giving it away. We announced the winner this upcoming Monday. Monday, dude, what is the date? Good thing I'm near your computer. The 21st. Monday, the 21st of September is when we are giving away that game. So if you would like to enter, go ahead and go to our Instagram, and it's just like, comment, and follow us. And that's it. That's it, guys. It's like the easiest Instagram entry like steps that you can do. So come on, guys. Anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. So, long roundabout way to announce our episode today, which is the worst sidekicks.
Yes, worst sidekicks. And you know what? I decided we just need to start this off with the argument about Claptrap.
Okay. So
I think I'm
all right.
I
have a Claptrap Funko Pop right here on my desk.
Is it annoying you? Because it should be annoying you because it's annoying.
No, because it's a Funko, so it's automatically adorable. And besides that, he brings me joy. I liked Claptrap in literally every single game. I've liked him. He's been entertaining in every single one. And being able to play him was really fun too.
So like, I understand, like, so I had an argument with my buddy James about this, bringing up Claptrap. And he's like, he was perfect and great at what he was designed for. He's designed to be annoying, but that does not change the fact that he is annoying. He's annoying and a pain in the ass usually.
So that doesn't, well, I mean, obviously, yeah, exactly what you said is true. Yeah, like if he's designed to be that way and he's achieving his goal, but doesn't that mean that he's good as a character? Like as a character, he's supposed to be an annoying little robot, and you have an annoying little robot. It's like they went, hey, Worf on Star Trek, he's supposed to be angry. He's supposed to act all tough, but get his ass kicked all the time. And then his character, and in the show, that happened. So yeah, but in a sense, if that was the goal, then he achieved it.
Yeah, but with Worf, when he showed humanity and like the connection, not the angry part, he was a more likable character, and everyone liked him for those reasons. So
yeah, but
let's not get into just we're a geek podcast,
Okay,
but
so
yeah,
well, we'll
that's
get
too
to
much for me.
there eventually. But okay, so
Probably.
Claptrap, Josh is not a fan of,
Well, I
and
mean,
I think that Josh puts him in the worst sidekicks category, and I put him in the best sidekicks, didn't I?
yes, you did, and
Okay,
that's
so that's
why
why
we
we
have
have
to
the
have this
argument.
argument. Because I
Okay,
mean, like, yes, he was designed to be annoying, but that doesn't change the fact that he was annoying. He was really good at his job, but that doesn't make him good.
okay, so I think that you have some valid points, and here's why. First off, I think that Claptrap is like an acquired taste, just like how some people like certain comedians, some people like certain types of comedy. Maybe he's just not your style. Maybe that's what it is. Okay.
No, no.
Besides that,
Let's real quick on this. When you say comedy, that's not comedy. That's annoyance. Like
oh, come on now.
when you have that person that's poking you in the side consistently, it's just annoying. It's not an acquired taste.
But if you're watching that person poke someone else in the side, that can be comedy. I'm just throwing that out there. That's an option.
I
It's something that
I
could be funny.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Handsome Jack, but this is one thing I really agreed with him when he tried to rid the universe of claptrap units.
Okay.
So
Now to piggyback off that, and we're staying in the Borderlands world. The main bad guys in Borderlands 3, like the social media gurus or whatever, they are my hatred for Claptrap that you have. I can't stand them. I'm trying to burn through Borderlands 3 right now with a buddy of mine. And dude, all the main missions, I literally don't care. I don't care one bit what happens because every single time they pop up, I'm like, ew, that was the character that you chose for the third big installment in this game. That was the pair of enemies that were going to be like the main. They were going to replace Handsome Jack. I'm like, you guys peaked with Borderlands 2 because Borderlands 3 bad guys are just they're balls, man. They're not good.
I don't know. It's they are annoying as shit. Like I will say this, they know how to create characters that are vivid and but I don't know. Like I agree with you. They sucked. They really,
But
really did
those
suck.
is like the main bad characters. If they were like a part of a DLC or something like that, I'd be fine with it because they feel kind of throwaway ish. But
Yeah.
the fact that they were like the main big bads, I was like, fine.
Well,
All right.
well, the whole like follow and obey was really annoying on every radio station ever.
Yeah.
And granted, I agree. I did not like him either, but like Claptrap is always around and he is annoying just as much.
My Funko Pop Claptrap disagrees with you, but he respects your opinion anyway. You know why? Because he's also classy. He's funny and classy. I'm just saying.
Unless he has a top hat, he's not classy Claptrap. Yeah.
You how dare you?
You know
That's
what?
fair. Okay.
All right.
You know, no, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on
because this
we are
next
at an
one
impasse.
we can both agree on, and we'll bring it back
wholeheartedly.
around.
Wholeheartedly.
All
Okay.
right, this is
Go
yours,
ahead and
man.
say it, man.
No, this
okay,
is yours.
okay.
This is definitely yours.
This is mine because it's one of my favorite games. But Ashley from Resident Evil 4. That was a rough one for me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And what's sad is that she's not even the only Resident Evil sidekick that I brought up. She was the bigger problem, I think, in my opinion. No, that's a lie. She wasn't. She was.
Ashley was terrible. Ashley was like we've talked about before. The best part dealing with Ashley in Resident Evil 4 is when you can throw her in a garbage can and forget about her.
That is true.
That is the only thing that is okay about Ashley. She's terrible.
When she can go into dumpster baby mode, that's like the best way to handle her for sure.
Yeah.
But there's only so much you can do that way. I've played through it so many times that Ashley's not awful, except for some reason there's one area, and it's not even like super far in the game. It's sort of, but not really. Like it's in the castle, in the waterway. Like you enter this big room with a bunch of waterways, and then you have to get through this entire long area with a bunch of enemies. They have areas where you have pinch points where you can kind of barrel them in and stuff. But for some reason, no matter how many times I played that game, that area trips me up probably more than any other area. And it's probably like halfway through the game. And it's because Ashley gets picked up and she can be exited out of like 9 different doors, and you just have to watch them, and you hear her scream, and then you have to scan for her, and it's balls. It is ridiculous.
See, and you know what? Like, I played this at your behest, and it was one of those things where I was playing, I was going, I was like, damn, there's a lot of enemies here, taking them out, slowly taking out. Totally getting down with what you were saying about how Leon is actually a badass and is
Yeah,
not like, oh,
that's still factually accurate.
it was pretty awesome. And then all of a sudden I get this, you know, like the ending screen, and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
You
Seriously,
left your dumpster baby.
I had no idea that I had to mind that dumpster baby.
Yeah, man.
Seriously, I was like, what happened? And then I was like, all right, I'll try it again, start it up again. And then it happened again. I still couldn't figure it out. It happened to me like 3 or 4 times before I was like, wait a minute, where is she? Oh, I hate
Oh,
this. I hate this
she's
so
gone.
much.
She's gone. They
Yeah.
got her.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to the point where she's trapped? She's trapped on. She's got like these big bars strapped across her body, and then like a trap door spins her around. And the only way you free her is by shooting those bars across her body.
I think I blocked a lot of that game.
Yeah, I think that's in the castle. But what's funny is that first time I'm playing through, I see she's stuck and there's a bunch of ammo around, and you're literally in this big open spot where you can shoot her free. I'm like, okay, totally makes sense. I go to shoot her, and you can shoot the sides far away from her body, but not me. I go for a straight center mass shot, hit her right in the heart, and I immediately like get the game over thing where he's like, oh no. And I'm like, I literally just shot a woman right in the heart. That was a mistake on okay, my bad. Should have had a little bit better aim. That's fine. Let's move on.
I remember this, and I would have done the exact same unless you but you told me, hey, when this happens, just shoot off to the side. You do not have to shoot center of mass. And I was like, oh,
technically speaking, I did hit the lock. It just the bullet went past it. I'm just
yeah.
But yeah, her being an entire like you having to just carry her through all these areas. There was not. I loved it when she's kidnapped and I'm chasing after her. Cool. That gives me a good solid hour of gameplay without her. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, when she's gone, best part about her.
Yeah.
And she was annoying as well.
Yeah, and she called me a pervert. I wasn't even trying to look up her skirt. I literally was trying to shoot one of those damn blue medallions. But if you are below her and you aim up and you're aiming by her, she'll call you a pervert. She'll call you out.
Of course.
So just keep that in mind, everybody who hasn't played it in the last 10 years. Which, by the way, it's still one of the best games ever, and probably still the best Resident Evil. I said it. Fight me. Anyway, let's move on. Josh, you got the next one.
False. Anyways, hey, listen. The next one is Navi from Zelda. Is it Navi?
Yeah.
Navi? I don't know. But she's
navigation
annoying.
For short. It's Navi. I think it was Navi, but I don't know.
It doesn't matter. She's annoying as hell. And
yeah,
when you're a meme, like of annoyance, yeah, annoying. The worst.
Yeah. That's when you know you've reached that status. I remember specifically, I didn't play Zelda 64 for ages after it came out, but I remember playing pool at my friend's house, and they had their big like family TV down there too. And his little brother was playing, and I heard her dumb voice over and over and over to the point where I was like, dude, let's just go on a walk. Let's go to the gas station or something. Cause I'm funned out with this character, whatever's going on over there.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one is the worst for me. Besides the last one, we'll get to that one. But like seriously, I looked through menus and everything to find a way to turn her off. I could not stand her.
Yeah, there has to be like on an emulator, like a Navi patch where you can either mute it or maybe throw something else up there. Like there's got to be
like anything, a grunt. Like a guttural grunt would be better than that stupid. All right.
I think it'd be dope to have just like a Barry White level low voice instead. Be like, yo,
what up? Hey,
homie.
Hey, yo, just like
yo,
something,
bitch.
something.
Yo, bitch.
Oh man, listen to that
over there, fool. Oh my God.
Listen
I
to
think
that
that's going to be
voice.
my next thing. I want to voice over that. I'm going to be like, hey, throw this in. Someone make a Steam thing, make Nintendo be cool with it. And let's do that.
Oh, dude, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
fun.
going to be planned.
I'll
Okay.
fund this.
Yeah, we'll get a Kickstarter and then we'll get it dropped because Nintendo's not fun. Anyway, okay, let's
Exactly.
move on. This one is just a quick shout out because I mean he doesn't really deserve any more than that. And we were very loose with what's really considered a sidekick, but this one is definitely like it just bothered me because people made it bigger than it needed to be, and that's Carmine from Gears of War, the entire Carmine family, the entire legacy of Carmine, all of that. I just didn't care. I didn't feel like they needed to invest that much time and energy into a character that really didn't add a whole lot of value to the story.
I played the first two or three with
Yeah, we
you,
went through the first three.
and I don't even remember.
So remember, he died in the first one, and then like his brother died in the second, and then they had like a will Carmine survivor die in the third, and I think he survived. They did like a social media one, but then there's like Carmines and stuff in 4 and 5, and I don't care. Stop bringing it up. It's not a fun Easter egg. It's just a boring Easter egg.
Really, if you're not Coltrane, like, who cares?
Here's the thing: people hated Coltrane. I loved Coltrane.
Yeah, he was badass. He was awesome.
Come on. I mean, you got to have somebody like that. Baird bothered me more than Coltrane.
Yeah,
I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So next one, you
right
start.
on.
You start this one.
All right. So if you played an early Animal Crossing, Mr. Rossetti can go to hell.
Yeah.
Go to hell and die.
Yeah, pretty much any Animal Crossing from GameCube, DS, or Wii. I think that those are the three big ones.
All except for the last one. Really, that.
Oh, and the Game Boy Advance one too. Yeah, he was a dick in all of them.
He was just a pain in the ass. Like,
yeah,
really, do I really need to get yelled at because someone messed with the clock? Maybe it was me, maybe it was someone else, but really, does he really need to bother me? Especially when I just hit the reset button accidentally.
He was just there to just give you shit if you did anything out of line. Like you mess with the clock, you mess with your save, you forget to save, all that kind of stuff. He was just a dick about it. But I told you about this in a previous episode. Like you had to apologize and promise to never do it again on the DS version. But the entry put or the input into how to do it, like how to spell it and everything, was so wonky because you would say, he would be like, hey, promise you'll never do it again. And you can say, I promise, or I promise I won't do it again, or whatever. And nothing would let you get past that window because you weren't getting the right thing to enter. And so I hated it. Like it made my kid rage quit her DS. And she was like, I can't get past this. And I tried to help her and I was like, I can't get past it either. I guess you're not playing that game anymore.
Like, hey, this is garbage. Just like Star Tropics and having to have the fucking code. Garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, hey, garbage. Done.
Okay, so next one's yours, man.
Yep, next one's mine. And I realized this, like, so we were talking about like one of the best sidekicks, Yoshi. Yeah, so good. They're like, you know what? You need your own game, Yoshi's Island. Hey, how we're going to connect it? Throw an annoying baby on the back.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Seriously? Baby Mario is the worst. Not the worst, but he's bad.
He's up there. He's up there. What a useless turd. I mean, it's not a way you want to play a game. Anytime that there's a game that hinders you with an extra character, I think everyone gets frustrated. There can be times where it's temporary and it makes sense, but when it's like a constant, no thanks.
Like, I could deal with the whole mechanic of like, oh, you get hit, so Baby Mario falls off and you have to go and pick him up. That's fine. But that wail is so annoying, especially if you're in a bad area where you're like picking him up, getting hit, picking him up, getting hit. It's so annoying that I'm just like, no.
It's just constant.
Like it was one of the first games that I played that I just was like, you know what? I'd rather listen to music and just mute the TV. I just nope, I don't care.
Yeah, that's one that you could definitely put on mute and you wouldn't lose any value in the game, I think.
You would gain a little bit of happiness. Like you could still play the game. The game is fun as shit. I love Yoshi's Island. But like not listening to it, best thing ever.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I got the next one, man.
Yep.
I got the next one. And this one is just, it's another short one, but it's definitely one that if you grew up in our generation, you remember, and that's Natalia in GoldenEye.
I
That
I don't
that
remember.
entire dude, so there were there were missions that you had to escort her. Maybe it was just one long ass mission, but you had to escort her to get to one place from A to B or whatever. But without fail, she would get shot or die, or while you're in the middle of a firefight, she would run up and go right in front of your screen and in front of your gun, and then you would shoot her. It
Oh.
was just bad AI.
Yep, I remember
And
this
I
now.
mean, yeah, if you remember GoldenEye, the AI was already garbage, but at least you got to shoot guys in the groin and they reacted. That was the best
That
part
was
about that
pretty funny.
game.
That was super funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, that mission, it was rough. It was rough to say the least.
yeah.
I blocked it out for the longest time, and then I tried to play it on a emulator, and I went, "Oh yeah, this is why this sucks." And then also trying to fight the end guy with the golden gun, that was balls too.
Balls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, the next one, Josh, I'll let you start this one.
Yeah, because Cortana in Halo 4 and 5,
Yeah,
like in 4 she like really bad hard drug user, like, but then 5 when she starts like she just goes crazy. And
yeah,
honestly, I think that was the point where I was like, I really don't like this story. Like, I wasn't sure about Halo 4, like it made a little sense, and she was honestly a good like device to that story, but in 5 I was like, "Oh, yeah, I don't like this. I really don't like
yeah.
this." I didn't care about finishing the story. It was literally like, "All right, this is a Halo game. I'm going to finish it." But
You know, I liked a lot of things about 4 actually for what it was. You know, it was 343's first foray into
yeah,
this and everything. And I felt like there were a lot of really nice mechanics and stuff. The storytelling really wasn't one of them. And she was a big part of it. And
yeah.
it just didn't really draw me in. I mean, all Halo games kind of bore me on the story side, and I'll like pick up the story after the fact, you know, like Halo Waypoint or Forward into Dawn or anything like that. Like that's where you get your story. But this one, I just was like, I guess, you know. And 5 was just garbage. So that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I just like everyone complains like Halo 5 really went downhill because you didn't play Master Chief all the time. And yeah, that was annoying, but it was also like Reach, or not Reach, but what is
ODST,
ODST, thank you. You
ODST.
didn't play as Master Chief, and that was still a lot of fun. But
Yeah,
it wasn't, it was just like, I don't know, I just didn't like 5 at all. Anyways,
yeah,
let's move
yeah.
on from that. We've talked a
Okay.
lot about Halo a lot.
Yeah. So I have mentioned that earlier that Ashley from Resident Evil 4 was not the only Resident Evil character that was going to be on Worst Sidekicks. And this one is a personal grievance of mine, and that is Sheva from RE5. But when I say this, I got to preface it. When you're playing solo, which I play a lot, the AI version of Sheva is garbage. When you can play co-op, it's really fun. But the AI version of her was some of the worst AI
Isn't it
ever.
like Natalia in GoldenEye?
No, even worse. In the first, before they released a patch, in the first one rendition of the game, it was actually she would only use her pistol.
Really?
Yes, and if you gave her another gun and her pistol, she would still only use her pistol. And if she took any damage, she would use a green herb. So
Nice.
you were burning through your green herbs and you're not wanting to use them, or she would use a green herb and red herb combo, or she would use a first aid spray. And I'm like, you're burning through all my resources. Or you take her gun away and you give her an SMG or something like that. And then she burns through all of the specialty ammo for your specialty guns. And it's like, and it was rough to play with an AI already, but like you had to have her behind you. You had to take out 80-90% of the zombies because she's not going to do very well. It was rough, man. It was bad.
That is really annoying, especially when you have to have a character there. Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, I've been told that she did better when they finally came out with a patch, and then when they did the remasters, I played it and it feels fine. But I remember very distinctly it was rough in the beginning.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Okay, I don't know what you're mad about the next one. Tell me why you're mad about the next one.
It's the same as Navi. It's just annoying voice. Slippy from Star Fox was just so annoying. I mean, Peppy wasn't great, but like I don't know, Falcon was all right, but like it was just like them telling you to like do a barrel roll and shit like
Do a
that.
barrel roll.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I just Slippy just their voice got to me and it just annoyed the crap out of me.
I'm not gonna lie, Star Fox in general, Star Fox 64 got to me. That game, god damn it. We already told the story where I beat it in one night, and that was supposed to tide me over because my broke ass wasn't gonna get another game for like a month, and I beat it in one night. And I was a single kid playing video games almost all the time, and that's strictly a multiplayer level game, pretty much. Anything outside of the 4-hour campaign.
Yep. You've got a lot of annoyance, but that's why it made me have to put him on there because I knew you'd dislike Star Fox as well. So
okay, all right. So this one's my next one. Dude, did you even play these games?
No, I did not.
Okay, so my next one is Zeke from Infamous, and it's a PlayStation 3 or PlayStation only game. Came out on PS3, and Zeke was just a douche. Like he wasn't a bad sidekick or anything, but just the character was really annoying, and he was just a tool. Like I didn't want a tool following me around for most of the game. I didn't want a tool talking to me. I didn't want a tool near me. Like every single time we started playing a mission and he was there, I'm like, I'm not associated with him.
Yeah, just leave me alone and we'll be all right.
Yeah, like I don't align with this. I don't agree with his views. I'm just saying, don't lump me in with this, bro. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Superpowers, and I would use them against you if I could. Trust me.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just an obnoxious character, and I just he was my Slippy. That's what it was. He was my Slippy.
There you go. That makes sense.
Okay, Josh, this one is much more for you than for me, but I agree because I have played a fair amount of these, and so go ahead.
You put it on here, and you got me thinking about it, and I was like, so the familiars from Castlevania. Now, what were you thinking when you said this? Because you put this on.
The familiars that I remember are from, what was it? What's the Portrait of Ruin?
Okay.
Is that what it is? And I felt like they were useless. Now, I did have a game that was Castlevania that I felt like they were useful, and that was Curse of Darkness. But I have been told since I don't play a lot of the side-scroller Metroidvania ones, I've been told by many people that the familiars are very useless. And from my one experience on the Metroidvania style, I agreed.
You know what? And I cannot remember which one. It was a Game Boy Advanced one that, like, the familiars were like everything, and I loved them. It was like so exciting to get one. But my first thought was Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and there's a couple familiars, and I can only remember two of them. Oh no, there was a Baddest too. But like seriously, there was a little demon that stabbed people once in a while, maybe once a screen. If there was 30 enemies on the screen, it might stab one of them. Like
he was really selective,
but he had one button to push. There was one button he would push to get down in the caverns, and I hate, like, it was so annoying to have him. And then you had the fairy, and she just used potions on you, and that's all she did. And I was like, well, this is worthless. This is just worthless. But yeah, the familiars in Symphony of the Night were ridiculous and worthless.
I feel like if you're gonna put something in a game that way, like a support, make it a useful support,
or have it ornamental and just have it ornamental. Oh, I just you got Terraria, you have little pets. That's fine. That's fine. Have those little pets there. You have this concept of, oh, well, they can press this button. Great, cool. Have them all do it. Just have it an ornamental thing, whatever. But
if you're gonna put them in to be useful, make them super useful. Like the one that comes, the one that comes to my mind right now are the ones that are on Castle Crashers. Those are awesome sidekicks.
Those are. Yeah. Well, I mean, Terraria, like you have a bunch of stuff that you can summon in and all that, and they're really useful. Like, good.
There's a place for them for sure, but just when it feels like half-assed, or it's just I don't care if you're here or not, then that's a bad design choice.
Exactly.
Okay, this next one's yours.
Yes. So this one I am going to definitely like let everyone know. It is more about the mechanics of the escort missions for Assassin's Creed than the actual like
Yep.
characters. Because I mean, you have one as freaking Da Vinci. That is a freaking cool, awesome side character. It's like seriously. But when you're having to walk next to him, the mechanics are so annoying that
Yep.
it's literally like it is they walk too fast if you're walking and they walk too slow
And
if
they
you're
run too
run.
slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just like that was so annoying. It was literally you have to run, stop, run, and I was just I hated those mechanics so badly. And it continued through all of them that I can remember.
Yeah, and honestly, it's a problem with a lot of different games with escort missions. I mean, you just like escort missions in general. I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn, one of the most smooth game mechanic games ever. But when it's like follow me, I'm like cool. And then it's like, oh, are we running? Nope, no. We're
No, we're
jogging,
walking,
walking.
walking.
Nope, you're
No,
running.
you're
Wait,
running.
no.
No,
I,
it is. It's
okay.
so like any game developer, you should always have. If you're gonna have an escort mission, know that you're at a disadvantage because we don't like that. But
Honestly, I would rather have them like running balls out and then them lose me and go, okay, after a certain amount of space, I'll stop. And then I have to run to catch up. I would much rather have that than this half-assed are you or are you not crap.
yeah, or like in Assassin's Creed, where you have the ones where if they get too far away from you, it's over. You're done. You failed.
Yeah,
Like
those ones suck too.
seriously, like if you're gonna have a mechanic like that where you can just fail if they get too far away from you, give them a set speed that matches your character. Like
Yeah.
or have them consistently going and you have to like account for that. Not just, we're walking. Oh, well, I'm gonna walk too fast or slow. Bullshit. So
You know, there's actually a game I recently beat that actually did this really, really well, and that was Spider-Man for PS4.
yeah.
Yeah, like literally, there would be like ones like, "Hey, chase the car that is robbed a bank and is shooting at civilians," and you have to like you'll catch it, and you're like already 300 meters away, and you'll see it's like 305, 310, 320, and they're driving away, and you can catch up. But if they go and they take a right and you take a left, you can still catch up, and you don't feel like, oh, I failed this mission. You know, like I feel like it had a really good balance between difficulty and achievement when it came to those kinds of quests and missions and stuff. So that's one. And by the way, if you haven't played that game yet, Josh, talking to you too. Oh my God, that game is amazing.
I've heard really good things. I mean, especially from you, but really like a chasing mission, that's fine. That's one thing. An escort, like it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. No. No.
Okay, I've got the next one.
Yes. Well, I'm down
All
with
right.
this one too.
Man, us and Halo. It's almost as if that's what we've played all of our lives. Okay. So this one, if you've ever played, especially the first one or the third one, but mostly the first one.
Mostly the first one.
Yeah. And I think that the moment that most people will probably remember is getting the Scorpion tank. You hop into the driver's seat, and then 4 Marines hop on and are like, hey, let's go kick ass. And you're like, oh, holy shit, this is going to be awesome.
Like,
except for it's not
we're
awesome.
A moving army on a freaking tank. We're all going to go together. We're all going to go and they're going to shoot people. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And
except for that doesn't happen.
Nope. That stupid asshole jumps off and then jumps on and then gets run over and yells at you, jumps out of the way when he's like 20 feet off to the side, jumps out of the way and is like, hey, watch it. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
My favorite is when Private whatever decides to hop out of the way for 20 feet and you're like, oh, okay, my bad. And then you go and you keep on driving because he's out of the way, and then he hops into the way of the tank and you run over him. That's my favorite.
Over. It got to,
and then everybody's like, what the hell, Master Chief? And I'm like, yo, I'm pretty sure he wanted that to happen. I'm just throwing that out there.
You know, at that point, it's like you're all going to be sacrificed and exploded. That's all.
And
Nope, you're
every
dead.
single time that you get on the tank, you go to an area, they all hop off, they all like shoot stuff, and then you get back in the tank. Then like maybe half of them jump on. You're like, hey, anybody else want to go? And then you're like, okay, and you start driving away, and then somebody's running from like across the field to jump on the tank. You're like, all right, we'll wait for this, bro. And then he gets ran over. It was a really bad mechanic. It sucked. I mean, they did better with Marines further on, but there was still hiccups for
It
sure.
was a really cool idea, but no, it just didn't work.
Yeah. Okay. So Josh, this one is more blind hate for you than for me, but I'm on board.
This is one of those things that this has plagued me since I was 4 or 5 years old. The freaking dog in Duck Hunt. Like,
Yeah, this
he
is the end of it.
he is the worst sidekick.
Yeah, we saved him for the very last because technically he is supposed to be a sidekick in that game.
He is. I mean, they made him a freaking like playable character in, Smash. Like,
In Smash. But the entire premise of Duck Hunt is you're out on a hunt and your dog is scaring the ducks out of the grass and you're shooting them, right? But then he's a total dick when you miss and he decides to laugh at you. And then you want to pull an old yeller and you want to pop a cap in his ass because he's just like, you're just trying your best. 5-year-old Josh got Duck Hunt for Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you got to deal with that negativity. No, thank you.
Oh man, like seriously, like I wanted to shoot the dog more than anything. I would have loved that game if you could have just shot the dog. And I love dogs. Like, it's
Yeah,
stupid
that's
how
true.
much I love like animals and stuff, but seriously, that dog should just go away. Like,
You know why?
if you're playing Smash and you play as the dog and duck, like you need to just be put down. Plain and simple. Like, I will directly just attack you. I don't care if everyone else is on there.
Yeah, if you ever want to just have just blind rage apparently on Smash with Josh and you just want to just draw all of his fire, then just be the dog. That's the answer.
Yep. I just hate, lots of hate.
When Josh, an actual dog lover, is all for shooting an animated dog, I think that is wholeheartedly a sign that that is not a real dog. That's a monster.
Seriously, because this, like, I've told our buddy James, we were playing Division for a long time.
Yeah.
And I said, if you shoot a dog, I'm done. I won't play with you. And he was like, what, like this? Shot one of the dogs. I disconnected. I was done. I stopped playing with him. I did not get back on for that day. And I mean, we'd been playing for a while. And so he knows you can't shoot a dog. You can't shoot a dog in the games. Like, he actually asks me, like when we were playing a zombie game, he asked me, well, these are zombie dogs. Can I shoot them? I'm like, yeah, of course, obviously. But no.
So in Division, because I haven't played that one, are the dogs friendly or are they enemy dogs?
They're literally just around. Like, you see a dog and they'll see
so
you and they'll run
wild
away.
dogs that are just okay,
running around the streets. So nothing special, nothing like you can't even go and pet them. But yep.
Okay, because Last of Us 2, they have guard dogs and attack dogs, and don't get me wrong, I felt real bad about it, but I blew the shit up out of a dog or two or all of them,
You
or I
have
shot
to.
them in the face.
If they're a guard dog, if they're mean, I understand. But
here's
if there's
the thing.
a choice, no, dog doesn't die, except for that stupid dog on Duck Hunt.
Dude, they made it really hard on Last of Us 2, man, because they, like, if you shoot the person who's with them, the dog will run over and whimper.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, dude, don't do that to me.
Oh.
I'm in the grass already. I'm already dirty and tired and gross, and you're making me feel really bad that I'm gonna have to murder you in a second, and then you have to murder him. It's bad.
Yeah.
But I won't lie. That was like one of the mechanics where I'm like, I don't feel really stellar about murdering these dogs. I feel stellar murdering their owners because they are dicks, but the dog's innocent. It's just doing what it's told. And then like, it's just that was rough. But the dog from Duck Hunt, moral of the story, fuck that guy. That guy can die. That's fine.
There we go.
Okay. Anyway, let's end on that note. That is our list of worst sidekicks. And yeah, this was fun. We are working on doing a recording with a special guest. We're going to see if we can get that one next time. And obviously we have our giveaway still going. So everybody, hey, go like our Instagram page. It's like we have like a good following on our Facebook, but our Instagram could use some love. So like and follow us on there and enter to win a game. And we're going to keep on doing giveaways.
Exactly. Also, if you have some sidekicks that we missed, please let us know. We'd love to either add them or fight you on them.
For real. Absolutely. We would love to hear from you. You can do, like, we have all the info and stuff at the end of the episode. So that's our episode. We hope you guys had fun, and we will talk to you next time.
Bye.
Geek Reloading Podcast with Adam and Josh. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Have a question? Email us at geekreloading@gmail.com. Theme song titled Rocket by Kevin MacLeod. You can rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast on your preferred podcast service.